Hi, my name's Dave Ulrich. I'm a professor of business at the Ross School at the University of Michigan and a partner and co-founder of the RBL Group. At the RBL Group, we are committed to helping leaders have an impact through ideas with impact. This year and beyond, we are focusing on leadership sustainability. How do you do what you say you're going to do? And in our research, we've identified some very specific disciplines to do that. The one I'm going to talk about today is one you've never heard the word, but you know the concept. The word is Meliorate. Meliorate is a concept from a French word, améliorer. It means to improve, to get better, to learn, to be resilient. Here's the premise. Most leaders say, I'm here in my skill set and I need to go to here. And they say, look at the path. It's logical, linear, do A, do B, do C, the 5 Ps. Proper prior planning prevents poor performance. We've all learned that in Management 101. Guess what? It doesn't happen that way. You try something, you fail, you experiment, you try, you fail, you try, you fail, you try, you fail. And ultimately you get there, but the path there is not linear, it's curvilinear and multivariate. That requires the ability to meliorate, to learn, to grow. And so we have in our work, how do leaders become learning agile? How do they learn? How do they improvise? How do they be resilient? Learning. In the great work on research by the Lominger Group that's now owned by Korn Ferry, they found that learning agility was one of the most significant predictors of long-term leadership success. Marshall Goldsmith did a great book, What Got You Here Won't Get You There. The things that made you a leader are things you're going to have to change to be successful. Mediation means learning, and we learn from successes and we learn from failures. Part of learning is experimenting, trying new things, continuous improvement, observing others. We've told leaders, have your head on a swivel. Part of learning is being ruthlessly self-critical. What worked? What didn't work? I was on a workshop recently where we were doing some case studies. At the end of a couple of case studies, what's working? What's not working? Leaders meliorate and get better because they constantly learn. In the United States military, they do after-action reviews. They institutionalize the process of learning. We need to improvise. Jazz bands are different than orchestras. And in the world today, hierarchy or orchestra, rational, hierarchical, logical thinking, doesn't work. We have to have the ability to be agile, to be flexible, to move. That requires the ability to look at external conditions, collect that information, get insights, and have implications. And finally, be resilient. We will all fail, and failure is a gift if we learn. Resilience means when we make a mistake, don't walk away from it. I made a mistake. I was giving a talk in Dubai a couple of years ago, 1,500 people, and I like to joke with those in the audience. Some people sitting in the front row on couches, a half-day session. I made jokes. I kind of made fun of them. I poked at them. I prodded them. At the break, one of my sponsors came up and he said, Professor, the people sitting on the couches in Dubai are the royal family. It is not good to make fun of them in front of their citizens. I was quickly resilient because I listened. I didn't make a mistake on purpose and I didn't tend to offend, but boy, after that discussion, I changed. Resilience means we face our failures. One of the great lies of all time is when we make a mistake, we should run and hide. Do not run and hide. Run into the mistake. I goofed. I apologize. And here's what I learned, and here's what I'll do better. Meliorate. Don't go from A to B. Wander around with a direction, not a destination, that will help us constantly get better at what we're doing and how we can improve. We assure you that that's a key to sustaining leadership success.